Okay, so basically our whole system is going to be under our bed, except for some of the monitor stuff.
Yeah, the bulk of it's under the bed.
The batteries and the inverter.
Battery, inverter, charger system. The brains of the outfit are under the bed and sleeping in the bed. So it's got to be right, because I'm sleeping above it. But yes, that's the whole thing. The solar will come later. We'll do that phase next. But we got to get this installed first. It shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
They give you pretty good instructions. Give you all the safety tips. Fuse not included. I have that. I've ordered all the other parts. So, pretty good basic diagram here. Pretty simple.
Y'all, we've got our whole RV torn apart doing this.
It ain't coming apart yet like it will for them solar. The cable's coming in. That roof in the corner's got to come out back there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I got to run that 3x2 that I bought, 3x1.5, down the side of the battery here, because that way I'm gonna hook the straps. See, this battery has a strap holding on it, so I'm gonna use some strapping, nylon strapping, to anchor each battery down with a clip.
Oh,
like you do something like on a backpack.
Right.
They're rated for like 50 pounds, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
These batteries only weigh 36. I'm gonna run a strip down through here, and we're gonna put a plywood back in here to mount the inverter on. This is the inverter, so we're gonna mount it right here, and the line will come right down. Then I'll put cable runs on each side to run the cabling up on that's gonna be coming into the inverter.
He's trying to save room for us to have some storage under here too.
Yeah, this should work. This should work. It's fine.
And put all this weight in the middle of the rig.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the trailer. Pretty close to the middle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be good. We've eliminated 100 pounds of stuff.
Yeah.
To add, because we knew we were going to add over 100 pounds with this. Altogether, the 4 batteries in the inverter is roughly 200. Then we're probably going to add another 30 pounds of wire and other connection pieces and points. So I figure another 30 pounds. So.
Okay.
And we've eliminated 100 and something, so maybe more than that. So, but it should be about like what we had, not much more.
Sweet.
Okay. The reason I bought this 400 amp fuse holder, and this is the brand that I got, I like the lugs to be crimped on the wire, the cabling, and they go on these bolt down posts here. Okay, and the fuse itself bolts in as well. I prefer this type fixture over the kinds that has the out on the head and you crush the cable. I don't care for that particular kind. I like this because I like lugs that aren't going to be moving around.
And this is the brand.
Yep. And the fuse was separate.
Okay. Oh, the fuse is separate?
Yeah, don't come with the fuse. You got to buy your own fuse for it. This is the DC side 400 amp fuse. It goes on the positive side. It goes from the positive battery there, about positive here, up to here, through there to this disconnect switch right here. And everything's just going to run in a line.
Oh, sweet.
Positive on this side and negative on that side.
Yeah, got a wall going over there.
And I'll put the shunt over here. And I'm lifting everything up, so if I do have to pull a battery, I can easily get to a battery, pull it out, and it'll clear. Pull it up and turn it a little bit, it'll clear the stuff here. So
nice.
I'll put the runners here to tie the batteries together, and I got the straps here. And I'll put the clamps on the batteries. Pretty simple, straightforward system. Really here, and we'll have about 1,500 watt hours of power for a day or two, if we have to have it that long. There's no sunlight or no solar, don't have a generator, something happens, at least have 2 days. And 3 of those for now.
All right, he stripped the rubber part off of the wires. Yep.
And it goes in there. You gotta make sure you got enough depth on this when you strip it back. These are pretty good. You don't want a big gap between the rubber and the lug. You want it snug. It don't have to be, it can be a little gap like that if you want. I could take a little bit more off. I think this one's about where I need it. I'll show you the other end here. Okay, this one's all the way in there. I can feel it. I can feel it compressing on the end here. It's going down. There we go. See?
Okay.
You can have a gap like that if you want, but you got to heat shrink that.
Right.
You got to heat shrink all of it. So
you don't want any of that copper showing.
You don't want a big gap out there. And this is here's your graphite to antioxidant compound.
Okay.
So what I do is I put this on there like that, and just kind of wipe it around on the end. I don't use my fingers. This is gooey. This stuff's gooey. And you just get enough on there, and then that'll help keep the oxidation down on the cabling, which shouldn't be ever really a big problem in this type of arrangement. What I do is on these little crimpers, I go ahead and load my lug like I want it to the position I want it in, because you only got 2 hands. If this thing had a plate on the bottom right here, it'd be great. It'd be a great design feature, but I'm not the designer. I just use a tool. So I get mine in position, and you turn it and you get it. I want it like this, so that it squeezes to the side. I got it snug, so what I'll do is I'll put my wire in there that I got prepped. Put it in there, and then get it tight, starting to tighten up, and you gotta crimp it all the way down. There it is. No daylight between here. That means you got a full crimp. You don't leave a gap. Full crimp right there.
And these go on the batteries.
Yes. They connect the batteries together.
Parallel?
Parallels operation, that's the way we're doing it. And then cut the pieces off I need.
A shrink wrap.
Shrink tubing. It's called shrink tubing, not shrink wrap.
So, okay, shrink tubing. So
With
this
sticky,
is,
with
and
adhesive.
the black is for the black, and the red is for the red. So it shrinks it right on there.
It's got an adhesive in it that starts melting as the tube comes down. It melts it, makes it where it doesn't want to come off. It's an adhesive shrink.
Okay, cool. So, Mr. Childers, what are we doing now?
We're hooking up the ground. I have a ground on this battery post, the chassis ground. And when this battery comes out, there'll be a little terminal board here to connect all the stuff that's here that'll go in there. So it's just a matter of transferring it all. We don't need this battery once we get all that done.
This is our power coming out.
This is a shore power. It's going to that plug right there. I got to take out the other plug and run it through this hole, the other cable, to the inverter inside.
Okay. We're going good.
Plenty left?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm good in here, so okay, that's good. I'll tuck the extra up inside.
Success.
Bring me the screwdriver with you when you come. Get these things out of my way. Thanks for getting the dikes. You're a good helper.
I try.
I know you do. There's only so much you can do.
There you go. See? It's got it right up in there. We will have power here shortly.
This is our 30 amp RV shore power connector we put back in.
And this is coming from
The either your generator or power to the rig.
So I'm confused.
Oh, you still confused?
Well, I am, because you had this already hooked up.
Shore power only.
Shore
Now-
power only.
Now we have a choice. We have a battery bank. A switch automatically. When I disconnect this shore power, we're running off batteries and solar.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, it's tight. 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 I checked these last night. They're all tight. I'm gonna put the fuse in. 400 amp fuse.
But what a good looking job, huh? In such a small space. Awesome. Yes, that there is the cover that goes over this here. And this red is the positive side. And the black is the negative. We have 4 batteries. And this is the inverter.
So that's gonna be there. I gotta cut this one out now.
Okay. And we got the controller right up here. So we'll be able to see what is going on. So that's pretty sweet in itself, huh? Yes.
Oh, they are too. They're just feeling so.
Why?
They're feeling bad about taking them from us that work so hard.
I don't want mine burnt.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna make you do it and be picky about it.